Hey students and friends of Edit Tuition. Hello. I'm starting a series of questions called Passing Sure Looks Easy. Alright, this question may look very familiar to some of you. The only difference is I'm explaining them. So let's take a look. So what do you have? In 2009, Sunny bought some candies, gave half of them to Tiffany. Tiffany bought some muffins, gave half of them to Sunny. Why can't they just buy their own muffins and candies? They don't have to do this question right. I know, right? Sunny ate 12 of the muffins and Tiffany ate 18 of the candies. What happens after that? The ratio of Sunny's muffin to candies is 1:7. And the ratio of Tiffany's muffin to candies becomes 1:4. The big question. How many candies did Sunny buy? Alright, can you see that? Wow, the paragraph, so many words, so scary. So what do? Usually I'll try to summarize it as a diagram, as a story form. Alright, something easy to me. So in the way of summarizing, I better understand the question. So what happened? At the start, Sunny got candies. How many? I don't know. If I know, I would have written the answer here, right? Yeah, lor. Tiffany got muffins. Then what happened? Kacha, kacha! Half of the candies given to Tiffany. Half of the muffin come over to Sunny. Then what happened? They spend their time eating lah. Sunny ate 12 of the muffins and Tiffany ate 18 of the candies. Is that okay? Then what happened? At the end of the day, Sunny's muffin to candies is 1:7 and Tiffany's muffin to candies is 1:4. Got it? Excellent. Alright, so I'll be attempting this question with two different approaches. Number one is something called drawing of model, and number two is something called units and parts. So let's go right now. Alright, here is the drawing model approach. Let's take a look. So Sunny, we know she has candies in the beginning, right? So she got this amount of candies in the beginning. Purposely I cut into half. Why? Because half of this portion right later will be given to Tiffany. And Tiffany, she only buys muffin, right? And a portion, half of it actually, will be given to Sunny. Can? And who say that drawing model must always be rectangular blocks? Don't have to. You can draw them in circle, be a little bit more creative. The reason for drawing model is what? Ultimately is for you to better understand the question, and from looking at the diagrams, the shapes of the models and all this, you'll be able to figure out a way to do the question. Alright, so draw circles, draw triangle if you want. Can? So what happened after they do their exchange? This will happen. Can you see? So Sunny will still remain half of her candies and she'll receive half of the muffins from Tiffany, right? And the total, can you see? The same, because they just do an exchange, what? Right? Then the story goes, what did the story say? The story says that Sunny went to eat what? 12 of the muffins. So this portion of the muffin, right? 12 of it eaten. And Tiffany went to eat what? 18 of the candies. So this portion, part of it is being eaten. So I draw something like that. Can you see? So this portion, right, this white greenish area is called 12. 12 has been eaten. And this white greenish area is called 18. 18 has been eaten. This heart shape lah. Can? And what happened? Oh, Sunny ate 12 of the muffins. And the ratio of muffins to candy is what? 1:7. This 1, right, it represents this yellow portion. Alright? And this 7 is down here. Can we call this Pokeball? Looks like a Pokeball, right? You know it's Pokeball? I think so. Anyway, so Tiffany, right, after eating the 18 candies, what happened? The ratio of muffins to candy is 1:4. So this portion, right, the leftover here, must have 4 units. Can you see? 1:4. So what happens here? You take a look. Is this Pokeball and this one the same? Right? Is this Pokeball and this circular unit the same? They are 1 and 1, what? So 1 and 1 means they are the same, what? Really? Alright, this one circular unit, right? And this one, they are completely different. How come? Because down here, got one circular unit, you have to less out the 12 eaten by who? Eaten by Sunny. But how come the ratio is 1:1 down here? Alright, this simply shows that the ratio, right, they are not at the same level. One is here, one is here. Alright, so they are not at the same level. So you cannot just compare them. What? 7 units equal to 4 units plus 18. Cannot. No such thing. Alright, they are not at the same level. So you cannot compare them. So what must you do? You must try to bring both of them to the same level so that you are able to compare them. So how? Slowly. So down here you have to look for a linkage. between these two models, Sunny's and Tiffany's model. Can? So you look at the muffins portion, can? So this is one complete muffin unit. This is like one pokeball. Looks like pokeball. Okay, can. So this one pokeball, right, is actually one entire unit here. Less out your 12. Can you see not? Alright, this is one circular unit. This one is also one circular unit, but must minus away the 12. Alright, so now we have something called pokeball and the full muffin units. Can? Alright, so one full circular unit, right? One full muffin unit is one unit. And this pokeball, what must you do? You must less out the 12. So it's 1 unit minus 12. Is this okay? Alright, this is the linkage. Then after that, what must you say? There's this ratio down here. 4:1 and 7:1. Oh, what is it? Alright, just to see Tiffany's portion first. Alright, the 4:1 means what? Down here, the remaining portion, right, got what? Got 4 of this one. Because this is considered 1, right? This is considered 1. So inside Tiffany's remainder, right, down here, actually got 4 of this. That's the reason why there is a ratio of 4:1. Can you see not? That means Sunny, right, down here, 7:1. Means what? It means that inside here, Sunny, this portion got 7 what? 7 pokeballs. Very good. Can you see that or not? So these are the two things you have to take note. Number 1 is the linkage. Alright? Number 2 thing is, what does the ratio in that particular person, what does it mean? Can? So now, if you return everything back to Sunny, alright, so let's say that this portion, right, this portion of Sunny is what she actually she have, alright, and this portion is actually given to Tiffany. Now she take back from Tiffany, what happened? Remember the 4 circles down here, alright, that I drew just now, alright, these 4 units. Okay, so this entire thing, you must return back to Sunny. Alright, you will have something like this. Okay, the 4 circular unit and the heart shape of 18 return back from Tiffany back to Sunny. Okay, and this portion I did say, right? Alright, 7 what? Is 7 pokeballs. 7 pokeballs inside. Okay, and look at the linkage. Remember the linkage? 1 full muffin unit. Alright, and this is 1 pokeball. This is called 1 unit. The pokeball is minus away the 12 that's eaten by Sunny. So we write it as 1 unit minus 12. Do you see something? This portion here, right? How many pokeball do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 pokeballs, you know. So what do? We know that 1 pokeball is 1 unit minus 12. 7 pokeballs means got 7 of this. Alright, if you got 7 of this, isn't it down here you have to times 7, right? Alright, times 7, times 7. Alright, got 7 of this pokeball. So 1 unit times 7 is 7 units lah. Can? 12 times 7 is actually 84. Alright, so 1 of this is 1 unit minus 12. If you got 7 of it, 7 units minus 84. So this portion here, right, can be represented as what? This portion here can be represented as 7 units minus 84. This portion here, this is considered 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit. It's actually 4 units plus 18, right? What's so important? Here comes the ultimate clue. Can you see that this portion here and this portion here, they are of the same what? Same size. Alright, they are of the same size. So this portion here and this portion here, they are of the same size. So if they are the same size means what? They are equal. Yes, that's the reason why this is important, right? The connection. So here got 7 pokeballs is what? 7 units minus 84. And down here can be written as 4 unit plus the 18. Alright, so down here you can actually write it as 4 units plus 18, right? And we concluded that these two, they are the same. Same means what? Same means equal. Alright, so you can have an equal down here. Okay, you can say that the 7 pokeballs down there represents the 7 units plus what? 7 units minus 84 is actually equal to your 4 units plus 18. Can you see that? Okay, so what do? Your ultimate gain is to find out the units. So in this case, you bring all the units to one side. 7 units down here got 4 units. So what must you do? Yes, you must take your 7 units minus away your 4 units. Alright, if you attended my lesson, I call this here and there. Yes. And 18 is already here. Minus 84, if you transfer across, is a plus 84. 7 units minus 4 units will give you a 3 units. Your ultimate aim is always to look for the 1 unit. 18 plus 84 is actually 102. And your ultimate aim, as I say, is to look for the 1 unit is equal to, you take 102, divide by 3, and your answer will be 34. Alright, and this type of questions, right, remember your units, do spell them out, don't just write U. Alright, in terms of presentation, you must spell out your units. Down here, usually sometimes, right, if you see me put at the side, right, those I put as U, yes, those are for simple presentation. But when you present as your answer, please remember, alright, do spell out your units. And using the equal sign is okay. Alright, so those arrow, remember, arrow you have to use it in percentage and also in your rate. But for units like that, okay, you can use your equal sign. So what's next? This is the proper, nicer presentation. Once you find the 1 unit is 34, 1 unit means what? 1 unit is the 1 circular unit, you remember? Alright, which is this one here. Alright, down here. So that 1 circular unit, right? 1 circular unit is equal to 34. Alright, what's the question looking for? Sunny's total, Sunny's beginning, right? The amount of candy she bought, right? So can we look for one of these first? If this is 34, this one will be 34, 34, 34, and this is 18. Can you see now? So what is one of this? So you can simply just take 34 times what? 34 times 4 plus 18. Alright. So you can actually press your calculator. 34 times 4 plus 18. That will be 154. 154 will be one of this. Can you see? But in the beginning, Sunny got 2 of it, right? So you have to write one more step in. 154 times 2 to give you a 308 candies. And that is the total number of candies Sunny have in the beginning. That's all. Can you see now? So you must be very clear. What does the unit represent? Alright, is it the Pokeball or is it a unit? So you have to be clear. And always look out for the linkage between them. Can? This is called the units model diagrams approach. Next, we're going to do something called the units and parts. You see whether are they similar or not. Can? So down here, the units and parts approach. Same thing, you know the story. Alright, Sunny, Tiffany, Sunny got 1 rectangular block, got 1 circular block, down here minus 12. Tiffany got 1 rectangular block, down here minus 18, got 1 circular unit. Is that okay? So now, what do? We know that they are off at different levels, right? So how? You cannot say that they are at the same level. So just compare, cannot. So how? So in this case, right, we have to bring out something called the units and the parts. So for Sunny, this portion, right, the 1:7, remember the ratio? We call it the units portion. For Tiffany, the ratio portion, 1:4, we call it the parts portion. Alright, so once again, in terms of the diagram drawing, I put as U, U, P, P. P as for parts, U as for units. But later, in terms of presentation, right, I have to spell out the word units and parts. Can? Alright, so at this moment, you have to look for the connection. So you look at this portion first. What do you see? One entire part here can be represented as what? Oh, 1 unit and 12. Can you see that? In order to make one part, alright, or one of this circle, right? This one whole circle is called one part. In order to make one whole part, right, what happened? You need to take the 1 unit. Remember the 1 unit is this yellow portion? Must add back the 12. So you have your first information, which is one part, right? One part, right, can be represented as what? Can be represented as 1 unit plus the 12. Can you see now? So the 1 unit is this yellow portion. If you plus the 12 right there, Sunny add, what happened? It gives you back to the 1 part. Alright, so 1 part is equal to 1 unit plus 12. That's the link. Down here, you compare up and down. What do you see? Can you see this easier, right? You see that 4 part plus 18 must give you the 7 unit. Because down here and down here is the same size, what? The rectangular block and this rectangular block is the same size. So 4 parts plus 18 must give you the 7 units. So the second thing will be 4 parts. Alright, plus what? plus the 18 that Tiffany ate, the candies, all right, that will give you a 7 units. So these are the two very important statements you have to come up with yourself. Many students are having problem coming up with these two statements. All right. So best thing is to draw nicely and you try to what? You compare the muffin with the muffin and the what? Candies with the candies. Is that okay? If that's okay, I think most of you know how to progress from here already. All right. So what happened next is down here, one part. Hey, down here got 4 parts. How? How to compare? Cannot, right? So you must try to make this one part into 4 parts. So one part, what must you do? This whole thing you must times 4 to give you a 4 parts. So if this one times 4 means what? 1 part times 4 is 4 parts. Okay, which is equal to 1 unit times 4 is 4 unit. 12 times 4 is 48. So everybody must times 4. Is that okay? Then now, 4 parts represents 4 unit plus 48. All right. 4 parts represent 4 unit plus 48. This particular statement writes that 4 parts plus 18 is equal to 7 units. So these 4 parts, can I represent these 4 parts as 4 units plus 48? Yes, because they are the same thing, right? 4 parts is represented as this. 4 parts can be rewritten. Okay, can be rewritten as what? 4 units plus 48. All right. Then you have your plus 18 here is equal to 7 units. Can you see the color coding? All right. So the plus 18, I copy it down. These 4 parts, I represent it as a 4 units plus 48. All right. So what do you see? Here got 7 units, here got 4 units. So who is heavier? 7 is heavier, 4 units go over there. When 4 units go over there, what will happen to? Down here, you must know that it is actually a hidden plus here. So plus 4, if you bring across the equal sign, it will give you a minus sign. So your 7 units is already here. Don't go and disturb your 7 units. Minus away your 4 units who is coming across. Okay. And here, what are you left with? 48 plus 18, press your calculator. All right. 48 plus 18 will give you a 66. So this portion will be a 66. What is 7 units minus 4 units? 7 units minus 4 units will give you a 3 units is equal to 66. Always look for what? Always look for 1 unit. Okay, so how do you find 1 unit? You need to take 66 divided by 3 to give you a what? To give you a 22 equal to 1 unit. Can? So, what's the question? What is this 1 unit? That's why down here is important. The 1 unit down here represents a 22. That means down here, all right, the Pokeball, right, is a 22. All right, the 1 unit is actually this portion here only. All right, this one represents a 22. Down here, Sunny, this portion is what? It's a 7 unit. Right, if it is a 7 unit here, that means this one is another 7 unit. Oh, that means Sunny down here got 7 plus 7, right? Total got how many units? 7 unit plus 7 unit. So total is 14 units. Is that true? So we know that 1 unit is 22. So we are looking for Sunny at the beginning, right? Sunny at the beginning, you have to find what? 14 units. So how do you find 14 units? 14 units is simply 14 times 22. Is it the same answer? 14 times 22, answer will be 308. 308 what? Candies. Is it the same answer as just now? Yes, it is. All right, so this is called the units and parts approach. Okay? Yeah. So at the moment, you can lock in your answers as 308. Is that okay? All right, so I show you 2 different methods. One is called the drawing of model approach, and the other one is called the units and parts. You have to decide which one is easier for you. Actually, both, if you keep practicing, right, many of the questions you can do one. All right, compare them properly. Draw your diagram neatly. All right, diagrams don't have to be in rectangular shape all the time one. Cool? All right, and Yummies not Yummies anymore? What do you think? Still Yummies lah, huh? So still continue to eat your muffins and candies. Don't be afraid. All right. So down here you see a little email. All right. This is my personal email. You can actually write to me. All right. Or maybe you got some very difficult questions that you don't know how to solve. Email me. Alright, then maybe if a lot of students asking that particular kind of question, I will come up with a video and put it into this series. Alright, the Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Can? Alright, and that's it all for this question, and I'll see you in the next question. Hey, students and friends of 88 Tuition, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our, Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Alright, so another question just for you. What do you have here? Run, Forrest, run! Alright, a stadium and a concert hall, they are 120 meters apart. Alright, they are located between Forrest's house and Gum's house. Forrest Gump? As shown below, the stadium is exactly halfway between the two houses. Can? What happened? One day in 2012, Forrest and Gump started running from their houses at the same time. And they arrived at the concert hall here together. Forrest ran at 70 meters per minute, while Gump ran at a speed of 15 meters per minute faster. Faster means what? 70 meters per minute plus 15 meters per minute, that is 85 meters per minute. So our dear Gump runs 85 meters per minute, Forrest only run at 70 meters per minute. Clear? Okay, so this our question is a distance speed time question, right? Yep. So let me simplify the question by drawing my diagram. Easier. So this is Forrest's house, there's Gump's house. Forrest is running at 70 meters per minute. Gump is running 15 meters per minute faster, right? 70 plus 15 is your 85 meters per minute. Stadium is halfway. It's directly halfway Forrest and Gump's place. Alright, this is the halfway line. Is that okay? And there are two questions. How much further did Gump ran than Forrest? He ran more. Alright, he ran more. How come? Because down here, he ran down here. He still got to cover this portion, right? To reach to the concert hall, is it? How much further did Gump run than Forrest? They met at the concert hall. Is that true? Let me check the previous question. Look. Alright. They are located between yada yada yada. They started running from the houses at the same time, arrived at the concert hall. So the ultimate destination, the final destination is the concert hall. Can? So the second question, how far is Forrest's house from the concert hall? So you're looking for here to here. Alright, from here to here. Right, you must know the question very well. That's the reason why you draw your this event line in order to tell you what is happening. Clear? Alright, can we just look at the first question first? Alright, let's go. So down here, how much further did Gump ran than Forrest? So what you think? Some of you say the 120 meters only lah. Alright, so down here you have to bring in something called speed. Speed is what? 70 meters per minute. Just imagine this. If Forrest is running at 70 meters per minute, Gump is also running at 70 meters per minute. They are running at the same speed. They are running at the same speed. What will happen? So imagine Forrest run at 70 meters per minute. Alright, reach here. Alright, so 70 meters per minute is this length. So what do we do now? Okay, I draw another of this same length one, and I try to move it. That means Gump must also run this length. Is that true or not? Right, if they run at the same speed of 70 meters per minute, so Forrest run from here to here. Right, and Gump must run from here to here. I mean here to here. This length here and this length must be the same. Is that true? Yes, because the speed is the same, the amount of distance they cover must be the same. Can you see that? Yeah? So what happens? Not true what? Not true what? In this case, why is it not true? It's because Gump is running at a faster speed. It's running at a 15 meters per minute faster. Means that every 1 minute, right, he covered additional 15 meters. That's the meaning of 15 meters per minute. Alright, in 1 minute, he covered additional 15 meters. Can you see? Question did say that they met at the concert hall. So what is actually happening is our dear Gump, he ran not only 70 meters per minute, he ran faster and he managed to cover here and cover here in order to meet at the what? In order to meet at the concert hall. Can you see or not? Can you see that? Alright. So what is happening here is that, right? not only did Gum run this 120 meters, all right, if the stadium is down here, can you see? Okay, this part is the stadium. Can you see the blue box down here? If this part is the stadium, and the question says that this is 120 meter, what is the gap from here to here? It's another 120 meter. Can you see now? So in this case, right, you have to think through. All right? Understand that if they are at the same speed, what happen? The gap will be what? 2 times. Can you see now? But because our Gum is cycling faster or running faster, what's happening? He not only cover here his own part, right? He also cover an additional 120 in order to meet our dear Forrest. Right? So they meet here. Right? This part is a little bit longer. Can? Okay? So they meet here. This is the place that they meet. So our dear Gum ran an extra 120 plus 120 meter. Alright, so that's the reason why the answer is 240 meters. Can you see now? Very tricky, right? Yeah? So if you talk to yourself a little bit, talk about the same speed first. What will happen? They'll reach here. Reach here, he had to cover around 120 and additional 120, 2 times of 120 in order to meet at the concert hall. Does it make sense? Yes. How come he can run faster? How come? Because he is having an additional speed of what? 15 meters every 1 minute. He can cover additional distance of 15 meters every 1 minute. Alright, does it make sense really? Yes. Okay, then now what is happening? How far is Forrest's house from the concert hall? So you're looking for what? You're looking for this portion, here to here. Alright, you're looking for this portion, here to here, concert hall. So what's the distance here? Ken? We know that our dear Gum, alright, is running what? The extra 240 meter. Alright, our dear Gum is running the extra of 240 meter here. Okay, if he don't run the extra, right, what happened? He will be the same what? The same question mark as Forrest. Can you see that? Alright, he will be having the same distance as Forrest if they run at the same speed. But no, he managed to run an extra, Gum managed to run an extra of 240 meter because of his additional 15 meter per minute faster than Forrest. So down here, right, there's a extra 15 meter per minute. 15 meter extra per minute. Alright. Per minute means in 1 minute. Right? So he's able to run an extra 15 meter in 1 minute. Hey, this one is the what? 240 is the extra, right? Yeah, it's the extra he ran. Correct? So what is the extra? 240 meters. That's what the question is asking for. Is how many minutes? Alright, so when you're talking about rate, remember draw your arrows and try to write in all these units in order to make it clearer. Okay? So 15, how to get to 240? You can take 240 divided by 15 times 16. Oh, can I do that? Can. So 15, how to get to 240? I need to times 16 here. So check again, 15 times 16, 240. What must you do? If you times 16 on one side, please remember to times 16 on the other side. Whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other side. This is called fairness. 1 times 16 is 16 minutes. Okay? So what is happening is Gum from here ran to the concert hall. How long he takes? From here to here, how long he take? He takes 16 minutes to reach there. Alright? Forrest Forrest also take what? 16 minutes to reach here. Why? Because they started running at the same time. So they start together. You cannot say that one of the time is faster and one of the time is slower. You cannot say that. Because time is something which is constant. It moves at the same pace. Alright? So our dear Gum he ran for 16 minutes. Our dear Forrest also ran for 16 minutes. But what is the thing that is different? It's the speed. One is faster, one is slower. Can you see that? So in this case, we know that from here to here, they meet at the concert hall. He took 16 minutes. Who? Forrest. And what is his speed? 70 meter per minute. Are you looking for how far? How far are you looking for? Distance. Distance is equal to? Distance is equal to speed times time. Alright, speed times time. And what's the speed? Speed is given as 70 meter per minute. And what's the time? Time is 16 minutes. Okay, so what do you have? 70 times 16, that will be 1120 meters apart. All right, between Forest House and the concert hall. How far is Forest House from the concert hall? 1,120 meters. That will be your answer. All right. So down here, the two final answer, you can lock it in. How far is Forest House from the concert hall? Is 1120 meters. And how much further did Gum ran? Because Gum run faster, right? 15 meters every 1 minute faster. He managed to run 240 meters. All right, it's not just this gap. Can see? Must fully understand the storyline before you can proceed on. Cool? Is that okay? Not so difficult, right? Yeah lah. All right, and this is our question. Right, I heard a rumor next year certain topics will be removed from the primary 6 syllabus. So lucky to those that is P5 in year 2019. Whew. all right. So anyway, this email here, yes, if you have any question that you want to have me solve for you, all right, if many students are having the same kind of problems, I will consolidate it and I will try to show it to you on a video. And this will be called under the Passing Sure Looks Easy series. All right, I'll catch you in the next question. Hey students and friends of 88 Tuition, welcome back again. All right, we are into the series of what? Passing Sure Looks Easy. All right, another type of question. Can we just take a look at what is it? All right, something like this. Very familiar? In 2013, Changi Airport Terminal 1 T1 took 70 minutes, while T2 took 100 minutes to allow the same number of passengers to board the planes. The faster terminal allowed 6 more passengers to board the plane per minute than the slower terminal. All right? So, first part of the question. The slower terminal completed boarding all the passengers at 1 p.m. At what time did the terminal started allowing the passengers to board? Quite simple, I think so. But you must first determine who is the faster terminal and who is the slower terminal. All right? Let's look at question part B. Same part of question, let's take a look. What was the total number of passengers allowed to board the plane from the 2 terminals? All right. Hey, what kind of question is this? Actually, the clue is written up here already. All right. 2 or more working together to finish a task. All right. And this type of question, maybe let me do this simple example with you first. Have you seen this before? Yeah? All right. What do you have? Ali can paint a house in what? In 12 days. Sam can paint the same house in 8 days. Okay. Who is faster? Clever. Doesn't mean that the bigger number means what? Faster. No. 8 days can paint finish one house versus 12 days can paint finish the same house. So Sam is faster. Yes, Ali is the one that is slower. Can you see or not? Yeah? Excellent. So how many days will it take for both of them to combine strength to paint finish that one house? This is our question. Very familiar, right? Yeah. So in this case, what must you do? You must find in terms of 1 day first. All right. So Ali 1 day can paint how much of the house? Sam 1 day can paint how much of the house? Then in the same 1 day, how many parts of the house is painted? This type of question must be done this way. Shall we? All right. So down here we have Ali. Okay, Ali. What do you have? He can paint one house in 12 days, right? So I write 12 days. And down here, remember, because this is a red question, bring in your arrow. Okay? And all this do spell out. 12 days, one house. Is that okay? That is for Ali. How about 1 day? In that 1 day, how many parts of the house is painted? All right. From 12, how do you get to 1? You divide by yourself. 12 divided by 12, your house, 1 over 12 of the house is being painted. Can you see that? Yeah? Alright. Versus what? Versus Sam. Okay. Sam takes what? Sam is the faster one. Sam takes 8 days to paint finish that one house. The same one house. Is that true? Then in 1 day, what happened? In 1 day, Sam will take, yes, how many houses can be painted? Divide by 8 to get 1. 1 must also divide by 8, alright, to get 1/8 of the house. Is this okay? Alright, so in one day, Ali can paint 1/12 of the house. In one day, Sam can paint 1/8 of the house. Now they combine power. If they combine power in the same one day, what happened? Alright, in the same, one day, what happened? They can paint how much of the house? They can paint 1/12 of the house plus 1/8 of the house. Is that okay? That will be how much? So you press your calculator, 1/12 plus 1/8. Answer will give you 5/24. Alright, so 5/24 of the house is being painted. Alright, once again down here, alright, 1/12 plus 1/8 is equal to 5/24. This part is okay. Okay? So now, they are looking for how many days it is necessary to paint finish the one house. Alright, I want this to be a one house. What do? So actually, right, as I say down here, alright, from 12, how do you get to 1? You divide by itself. Trust me, just divide by itself, it will give you back a 1 whole 1. So similarly down here, 5/24, I want to have one house, right? What do? Here, I want to have one house. What do? You divide by itself. Very good. You divide by 5/24. Alright, 5/24 divided by 5/24 is a 1 whole because you divide by itself. What must you do down here? Down here is a 1 day, right? Yes. You must also take your 1 to divide by 5/24. Alright. That will give you the number of days. Can? So if you do that, you press your calculator. What is 1 divided by just now the answer? It's actually 24/5. Alright, so down here is actually equal to 24/5 is 4.8 days. So if they combine power, they will complete the house, painting of the house in 4.8 days. Can you see that? Yeah? So this one is something called 2 or more working together to complete a task. Something similar to this type of question. Alright, so remember the story? T1 and T2? Okay, so T1, right, this is summary. This is the story. I like to summarize my story versus T2. So T1, right, it takes 70 minutes to clear maybe this group of people. How many? I don't know. T2, it takes 100 minutes to clear the same group of people. Tell me, who is the faster terminer? Yes, thank you. This is the faster terminer. Alright, this is the slower terminer. Is that true or not? Yeah? Because when you're talking about time, right, the shorter the time to clear the same amount of passengers versus a longer period of time to clear the same number of passengers. Who is the faster one? This one, right? The smaller number. Not every time the bigger number is the best. Understand or not? Okay? So down here, part A, easy. The slower terminal, which is this one, terminal 2, alright, completed boarding all the passengers at 1 p.m. at 1300. So everybody go up the plane at 1 p.m. At what time did they start that? At what time did the terminal started allowing the passenger to board? At what time? So, it takes 100 minutes to clear the passengers, is it? So, after the clearing is at 1 o'clock already. So, what time did they start? Yes, you must minus away 100 minutes, right? So, how? So, usually for this type of question, right, we'll draw a what? We'll draw like a timeline like that. Okay? And down here, we have the what? At the end of the day is 1300. That's 1 p.m. All right? For 100 minutes is actually equal to 1 hour and 40 minutes. Is that okay? All right, because 1 hour inside got what? 60 minutes. 60 plus 40 is 100 minutes. So 1300, I purposely minus away 1 hour first. All right, 1 hour here. So you go back 1 hour. 1300 go back 1 hour is 12 o'clock. Is that okay? But is it enough? No, right? You still have to go back another what? Another 40 minutes. So you have to go back another 40 minutes. Okay? So, what is the time? Yes, very good. You can see that it's 11 what? 11:20, right? 1120. And you lock in your answer as 1120 as a 24 hours clock setting. Can? Alright? Because 12 o'clock, right, is like 60 minutes. Alright? Every time at the hour down there is every time 60 minutes, right? So 60 minus 40 is a 20, right? So 11:20, you see, plus 40, correct, plus 1, correct again. So it means that you are on the right track. Your answer, they started at 11:20. After 100 minutes, 1 hour and 40 minutes, what happened? Yes, all the passenger clear in Terminal 2, which is the slower terminal. Clear? Okay, so now part B. Here, What was the total number of passengers allowed to board the planes from the two terminals combined together? Alright, this type of question. Two or more working together to complete one task. Alright, something along that line. Okay? And down here, the important thing is what? There's an additional clue. What's the clue? The faster terminal allowed 6 more passengers to board the plane per minute than the slower terminal. This one is the faster one, right? We concluded that. This is the slower one. So this one, every 1 minute, right, 6 more can go up the plane. Every 1 minute, 6 more can go up the plane. Alright? So this type of question, how? It's a little bit much more advanced than this kind of question, right? So what you do? Step by step. Don't panic. So once again, at this moment, right, we want to find what? 70 minutes, this amount of passenger board the plane. Can I go and find what is 1 minute first? Because the clue right here, the clue, say in that 1 minute down here, all right, the passenger, 6 more of them can board the plane compared to down there. All right, so let's go and find on a 1 minute basis first. So in terminal 1, right, in T1, all right, we have what? We have 70 minutes to what? This number of passenger. All right, again, I draw arrow because we are talking about rate. Rate we have to compare in terms of using arrows. Units, then we use the equal sign, remember? Okay, so 70 minutes, right, this amount of passenger. So this amount of passenger, can we call it like P? All right, we call it a P. All right, it's like one entire group of them. Or can we call it like 1P, one group of P? All right, so we can call it 1. Remember just now the example, I call it like one house. All right, so this is like one group of passenger. All right, one passenger, 1P. So down here, 70 minutes is 1P. Hey, go and find the what? 1 minute first. So in 1 minute, what happened? Arrow, 70, how to get to 1? You divide by itself. Good. Down here, what must you do? You must also divide by itself. So it's down here, it's like 1 over 70. P will be what? Will board the plane in that 1 minute. Alright, so 1P represents the total number of passenger. In 1 minute, 1 out of 70P of it can board the plane only. P means passengers. So this is 1 minute basis. And down there, we also have to find a 1 minute basis. So terminal 2, what do you have? Terminal 2, we have 100 minutes. This 1P, one group of passenger, is the same number of passenger for terminal 1 and terminal 2. We have to compare things fairly well. That's what the question say also. So terminal 2, one group of passengers take 100 minutes to board the plane. In 1 minute, same thing, we're talking about rate here, so we use something called arrow. 100, how to get to 1? Divide by 100. So down here, you must take 1 over 100. P. Is that okay? So in 1 minute, 1 out of 100 of the passenger managed to clear the custom and maybe board the plane already. So here comes the linkage. This is very important. They say what? The faster terminal, who is the faster one? Thank you. This one allowed 6 more passengers to board the plane compared to the slower terminal. Can you see? So this one able to clear more passenger. All right, in the same 1 minute, this one is able to clear more passenger. This one in the same 1 minute is a bit slower, so it clear lesser passenger. So this one can clear more passenger minus the one that clear lesser passenger to give you the extra of 6 more passenger. Can you see now? Right? You're comparing on a 1 minute basis. So actually you can come up with this. You can say that 1 out of 70, this is from the faster terminal. Okay, minus away the slower terminal. All right. So there's a difference? Yes. And what's the difference? The difference is 6 passenger. Results in the 6 passenger. You know this. This is a little bit like algebra. P and P is the same family. You can minus. Sure, go ahead. 1 over 70 minus away your 1 over 100 equal to 3 over 700. So down here is like 3 over 700. P is equal to 6. Again, your objective is to find what? Is to find 1P, all right, is to find 1. It's like the one house, you must find 1, right? So down here, I want to find 1P. I don't care. What should I do? All right, so down here, in order to get to 1, you must divide by itself. Very good. You remember. So 3 over 700, you must divide by itself, which is 3 over 700. All right, 3 over 700 divided by 3 over 700 is a 1. What must you do the other side? Same thing. You must take 6 to divide by your 3 over 700. All right, whatever you do on one side, you must be doing it on the other side. Can? Okay, so what do you have? So down here you have 6 divided by 3 over 700, and that will give you a 1,400. So the passenger, right, this one actually means 1,400 passenger. And that is in what? In one terminal. Question is asking about what? Forgotten already. So we managed to find P already. P is the total number of passenger cleared by one terminal, 1,400. Is that okay? So what's next? All right, the question, remember the question? What was the total number of passengers allowed to board the planes from 2 terminals? So each terminal is 1,004, 2 terminal? Very good. There is this additional step of what? 1,400 times 2. That will give you a 2,800 passengers. All right, is that okay? And that's how you do it. All right, this is our question. Yes, 2 or more working together to complete that one task. Okay? Yes, it's linked to that. So you must be able to see, sometimes the question change a little bit, you must be able to adapt accordingly. So how? Always find 1 minute first, or maybe find 1 day depending first, and from down there you work it out. Whether are they working together, or maybe somebody got extra, all right, and how much extra is it? So you must take the what? You must take the more passengers minus the lesser passengers to give you the difference. All right, so this is our question, must be able to adapt accordingly. All right, so once again, you know, all right, you know my email address? Very good. So if you have any weird question or something that you want to ask, all right, you can actually send it to me. And if a lot of students asking the same related kind of questions, I will come up with a video and put it into our series. What is this called? Passing Sure Looks Easy series. All right, I'll see you in the next question. That's it. Hey students and friends of Edit Tuition, yeah, we are back to our Passing Sure Looks Easy series. All right, this question very, very familiar. So come, have you seen this before? All right, I call this wasted. So in 2017, Glory needs 200 pieces of ribbon, each of length 110 cm, to tie up some presents. Ribbon is sold in rows of 25 meter each, all right? So every one row is 25 meter. Since everybody is in centimeter, is it? Down there got centimeter, this one got meter. You have to make a choice to work in centimeter or to work in meters. My advice, use the easier method, which is to work in centimeter, all right? It's easier to convert meter to centimeter. Anyway, what is the least number of rows of ribbon that Glory needs to buy? This is our question. What do you do? Before doing this question, let me talk about another kind of question first, like this. All right, easy? Okay, how many squares of size 10 cm can I cut from the above? Sure, easy. Meters, don't trick me. Change to centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. All right, so the area of the entire piece is what? Area of the entire piece is 100 times 30. So it's equal to 3,000 cm square. Your square is how much? Oh, your square, one square is 10 cm per side. All right, means that one side is 10 cm, one side is 10 cm like that. 10 cm by 10 cm. So what's the area here? Oh, area is 10 times 10, 100 cm square. So the question is, inside 3,000 cm square, how many 100 cm square are there? Oh, easy lah. So answer is just 300 or 3,000 divided by 100 is equal to 30. 30 what? 30 squares. Answer. Easy. Sure. Yeah, I know it's easy. Another way of doing it is what? You can do this. Cut them up physically. So troublesome. Yeah. 100 cm means what? If one square is 10 cm, all right, down here is 10 cm, 10 cm, 10 cm, 10 cm, and so on. Inside your 100 cm length, how many 10 cm are there? So there are 10 pieces, all right? Can you see? There are 10 pieces of this. Inside your 30 cm, right, how many 10 cm are there? 3 pieces, all right? So there are 3 rows of 10 columns. So 3 times 10 will give you a 30 pieces or 30 squares of 10 cm of side. Can you see? Can, right? So both give you the same answer lah. Okay, okay. But what if the question changed to something like that? How many squares of side 8 cm can I cut from the above? Now it's no longer 10 cm, it becomes 8 cm. Do the same lah. Do the same what? Okay. Just change the what? 1 meter to 100 cm first. Then, as you say, let's take the what? 100 times what? Alright, 100 length times breadth, 30. Equal to 3000 still. 3000 cm square. Fine. Then you want to find one square, right? One square can be what? Let's say 8 by 8. Alright, 8 by 8. 8 cm by 8 cm. Oh, 8 times 8 will be 64. 64 cm square. So inside my 300, how many 64 are there? Just divide lah. I know. 3000, not 300, divide by 64. Keep saying 300 lah. Because of the movie lah, you know. Never mind, you don't know. So 3000 divide by 64 will give you a fraction. Never mind, 46. 46.875 squares. Oh, so some will say, okay, round up lah, round up. 47 squares lah. Or maybe 46 square, I don't know. 46 or 47 squares lah. That's your answer. Alright. Or maybe you think, if it's 47 squares, right? If it's 47 squares and one square is 64 cm squared times 64. 3008. But I only got 3000. Oh no. So it exceeded already. So cannot be 47. So answer is 46. Right? If there's a 46, right? 46 times 1 square is 64. Equal to 2944. This one is a 3000 cm squared piece of paper. I'm using 2944. So there's maybe a 56 cm squared that is what? Wasted. Can you see? So that is your way of doing. But is it really true? Alright, the other way is to do the what? Slowly you draw. Alright, slowly you draw. Something like this. Sure. Okay, so inside your 100 cm, how many 8 cm are there? That's your question. Alright, do it slowly. Inside your 100 cm, how many 8 cm are there? So 100 divided by 8 is what? 100 divided by 8 is equal to 12 and a half. 12. Right, there's 12 full what? There's 12 full squares. Okay, there's 12 full squares. Is it correct now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 full squares. And down here is called a what? Down here is called a wastage. Or this part is being wasted. Can you see now? Alright, so we have 12 complete or 12 full squares. And what's the remainder? Alright, if you got 12 full square and one side is 8, 12 times 8 is equal to 96 centimeter. But the whole length is 100. Right? So 100 minus 96, you got an extra 4 cm that is being wasted. So this part is 4 cm. Is that okay? How about here? The breadth width. 30 centimeter. One is 8. So down here, one of these is 8. This is also 8. This is also 8. Okay, this one is not 8. So how many do you have? 30 cm divided by 8 will give you a 8, 16, 24. 3 full squares. Alright. And what's the remainder? And the remainder will be 3 times 8 is 24. So 30 cm is the breadth. Minus 24 will give you a 6 centimeter that is wasted. So where's the 6 centimeter? This one is your 6 centimeter. Can you see now? So this part is 6 centimeter. Are you clear what is happening? So now, how many squares of sides 8 cm can I cut from the above? What's your answer? Your answer will be to take what? 3 full squares times 12 full square. How come? Because there's 3 rows of 12 columns. Alright, there's 3 rows of 12 columns. Alright, so it will be 3 times 12. Answer is 36 pieces. Okay? Hey, previously you say it's 46 leh. Now you say it's 36 leh. So who is the right answer? Answer is 36 pieces. Alright? Alright, answer is 36 pieces. How come? Because this piece of paper, right, is fixed. You cannot anyhow down here take a little bit and try to combine with this one to form what? To form another complete square. Or you cut down here and you super glue, is it? Cut down here and you Scotch tape, is it? Try to form out a complete square. You cannot do that. Once it's cut, right, this is called the completed square. You cannot take this portion a little bit, join with this one, and maybe join with this one to form a complete square. Cannot. Alright. So what are you all doing here? What you're doing here, right, you are taking that exactly. You're calculating the entire area of the piece of paper, 100 times 30, divide by 1 of these 64. Right? You don't care whether is there any wasted on the top or on the right hand side or not. You don't care. You're saying that everything just merged together, Scotch tape, super glue together, is okay. That is not okay. No, it's not okay. That's the reason why this type of question, you have to attempt in such a way. How? Alright, don't have to physically draw out, but if you know the length, 100 just divide by the 8, which is 12. 12 with a remainder. Remainder what? If you want, you can find out. Will be good for you. Because it better understand the question. So the other one, 30 cm is your width or your breadth. You divide by 8 because the square is 8 cm by 8 cm. You get a 3 full square. Remainder what? Remainder 6 cm. Can? Then what you do? You take the full square times the full square. 3 rows of 12 column, 36 pieces of complete squares you have. Can you see that? Okay? And those red color portion, they are wasted. Let it be. You cannot take and super glue, Scotch tape. No, not fair. Alright? And what's next? Another kind of question, cutting cubes. That one is cutting squares. Cubes, same story one. Alright? Some of you happily just take 50 times 88 times 142. Alright? You take the volume of the entire cuboid. Then you divide by the volume of the cube. To find the what? To find how many cubes to be extracted from the cuboid. Is that true? Alright, that is not the way to do it. Alright, you cannot say that I'm going to take this and I'm going to melt it. Alright, if the question says take this and melt it to become liquid, to form into a lot of this one, then you can do it. But this one, did they say they want to melt it? No. They just say how many cubes of side 5 cm can I cut from the above? Can I remove from the above? Not to melt this thing and to pour into a mold of 5 cm by 5 cm and 5 cm. So what you do? Alright, don't go and find the volume of this whole thing, divide by the volume of the cube. Don't do that. So what must you do? Slowly. You take your 142, which is your what? Which is your length. Alright, 142 divide by 5 first. Inside your 142, how many 5 cm are there? 142 divided by 5 is equal to 28.4. Alright, 28 means 28 full what? 28 full cubes. Okay, then you have to find the remainder. Alright, it's a good practice. 28 full cubes are. 1 cube is 5 cm. So 28 times 5 will give you a 140. But down here got 142, which means that there's a remainder of 2 cm. And what is the 2 cm? Wasted. Very good. Down here, 88 cm. 88 cm, how many 5 cm are there? So 88 divided by 5 cm. That will give you press your calculator again. 88 divided by 5 will give you a 17.6. So you take the 17. 17 is full cubes. Alright? 17 is full cubes. But is there a remainder? Yes. And the remainder is not 0.6. It's not a 6. Some of you just have to write 6 cm. That's not true. So 17 full cubes are. 1 cube is 5 cm. 17 times 5 will give you a 85. 85, you can put up to 85 cm here. This is 88 cm. So there is a remainder of 3 cm here. Can you do anything to 3 cm? No. Why? Wasted. Very good. 50 cm, the height. What do you do? 50 cm, how many 5 cm are there? Oh, this one looks very good. So 50 divided by 5 is equal to 10. 10 what? 10 full cubes. Any remainder? No remainder. Happy? Very happy. So this portion has been the height has been fully utilized. It has been fully cut up nicely. But for the part that's wasted, the 3 cm and 2 cm, it's okay. It's supposed to be wasted. Can? So in this case, what you do? Simply just take your 10 times, right? Take all the full cubes and you multiply. 10 times 17 times 28. Alright? Your length can put up to 28 cubes. Your width can put up to 17 cubes. So you got 28 rows of 17. Alright? But you got a height of what? You got a height of 10 cubes. You can build upwards 10 cubes. So you got 10 levels up. So you must times 10. Can? So just simply take the full cubes and you try to multiply them. 10 times 17 times 28. Total you can have 4,768 cubes. And that's the way to do it. Can you see that? Why is this important? Alright, now we talk about cutting ribbons. Back to this question. So what did they say? Ribbon is sold in a row of 25 meters. From here to here is 25 meters. Alright, so there is a fixed amount down here. There's a fixed row. 25 meters is equal to what? Times 100, 2,500 cm. Alright, is from here to here is fixed. You cannot say take another row and connect with another row and connect with another row. No cross tape, cannot. You only got scissors. You only can cut. Alright, so down here, this entire length is 2,500 centimeter. From this 25 meter or 2,500 cm of what? Ribbon is one row. How many 110 can you remove? How many 110 can you cut? That is supposed to be your question. Alright, but many of you see this, oh, Glory needs 200 pieces and one piece is 110. Wow, immediately you jump in already. You say 200 times 110 equal to, okay, 200 times 110 is equal to 22,000 centimeter. This is what she needs. Alright, she needs 22,000 centimeter of ribbon. Okay, one row is 2,500. One row is 2,500 cm. Wow, luckily I got compare. So 22,000 is what I need. Inside my 22,000, how many 2,500 are there? Cm and cm, very fair. Let me divide by 2,500. Alright, oh, I need 8.8 lor. 8.8 rows. If it's 8.8 rows, right, 8 rows not enough, what? So I need 9 rows. 9 rows of ribbons. Alright. If you do that, what happened? Wrong. Why? Because again, you're assuming that what? You're assuming that all these ribbons, right, they are connected with another row of ribbon, which is connected with another row of ribbon, and so on. Alright, you're having a super glue or you scotch tape it, you're trying to make it into one super long piece and you're slowly cutting it. That's not true. How come? Because one row of ribbon is 25 meters, that is fixed. You cannot do anything about it. Alright, this part is fixed. So your question is, how many 110 cm can you extract from your fixed one row of ribbon, which is 2,500 cm? So down here is actually taking 2,500 cm, divide by how many 110 you can extract. So 2,500 divided by 110 will give you a what? 22. 22 what? 22 full ribbons. Alright, and what's the remainder? It's good to find the remainder. What's the remainder? Okay, so if I have 22 full ribbons, each of them is 110 cm, I'll get 2420 cm. I need to use 2420 cm to give me my 22 full ribbons, of each is 110 cm. Okay? The entire length of one row of ribbon that is fixed is 2005. 2005 and 2420. Remainder of 80 cm. And your 80 cm belongs to here. Can you see not? It's not full. So all these spaces, right, is calculated very accurately. It's just that the last part down here, there's a remainder of what? There's a remainder of 80 cm. What do you do with it? You don't collect all the 80 cm and you combine it into what? Into new ribbons. No. As I say, no scotch tape, no super glue. So what happened to this 80 cm? Thank you. Wasted. Very good. You are learning. So the thing is 22 full ribbons from one row, right? You need how many ribbons? Glory needs 200, right? So you need, not you, Glory, my wife, needs 200 ribbons. Alright? So 200 divided by the 22 will give you what? Press your calculator. 200 presents to wrap divided by 22. That will give you 9. 9, I need 9 complete rows, is it? 9 rows. 9 rows will give me. Alright, 200 ribbons divided by 22. One row can have 22. It's 9 rows, point something. Alright, there's some remainders behind. Alright, so what do you do? Remainder what? Okay, so 9 rows, 9 rows, one row got 22. 9 times 22 is what? 198 only leh. Huh? Down here only give me 198 ribbons only. If it's 9 rows, it gives me 198 ribbons only. But I want what? I want 200 ribbons, right? So I need a remainder 2 ribbons. Right? I'm short of 2 ribbons. So what you do? What you're going to do is you need another what? You need another row in order to make it to 200 full ribbons. Alright? So I need another. This one I need 2 more ribbons. Can you see? So down here what happens is 9 rows, you need to plus another 1 row in order to give you your 10 row. It's always good to have extra than to have less. Okay? So these 9 rows only give you 198 ribbons. You need 2 more ribbons. And what you're going to do with it? You're going to buy another row in order to have 10 rows so that you can have your 200 ribbons. Is this clear? Alright. So down here, your answer is not what? It's not 8 rows. It's not 9 rows. It's actually 10 rows. So as I say down here, if you got 9 rows, alright, 9 times 22, you only got 198. You're still short, so you need another 10th row in order to get to your 200 ribbons. Okay? So your final answer down here should be written as 10 rows. Okay, can you understand? Alright, so this type of question, right, you have to slowly cut, and you must remember you cannot scotch tape, you cannot super glue it. It's not fair. Alright, look at what is fixed first. The row of ribbon is fixed, you have to play along with that first. The sheet of paper is fixed, you have to play with that. The cue board is fixed, you have to play along with that. You cannot just say melt it down or try to rejoin everything up into one long strand of ribbon and slowly cut. Cannot. No such things. Okay? So slowly. These are questions very interesting. Yep. Remember, wasted. Alright, so for this again, if you have any question that you want to write in, you can write in to me, and from there I will try to screen out that's more important, more students asking the similar kind of question, and I will try to video it under the Passing Sure Looks Easy series. I'll catch you in the next question. Hey students and friends of 88 Tuition, welcome back to our Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Alright, let's take a look at this question. 2019, pattern on fire. Wow. All right, remember this question? Okay, it's quite hot, right? I know, that's why it's on fire. All right, so you have this type of pattern, and through pattern is actually a very, very interesting topic. I know some of you don't like it, but when it comes out during certain exams, what happened? The first 2 parts actually can score 1. Alright, the first part is usually ask you to fill up the blanks, and maybe the second part is to find out some figure, maybe a big number and all this. Alright, these 2 parts can score, and usually the third part is the harder one. But if you have the perseverance, right, you'll be able to see certain kind of pattern, and from the pattern you'll be able to come up with a solution. You can do it, you know. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, so we have one triangle, is figure 1. Oh, figure 2 got 4 triangles. Figure 3 got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triangles. Figure 4 got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 triangle. So usually I look at the diagrams first to better have a feel of the question. Okay? Then now I look at the table. In figure 1, yes, there is a 1 triangle. In figure 2, yes, there's 4 triangle. In figure 3, there's 9 triangle. Figure 4, there's 16 triangle. Hey, this number very familiar. 1, 4, 9, 16, they are square numbers, right? So what happened? This is like 2 times 2. 1 times 1. 3 times 3. 4 times 4. 5 times 5. That means this one is, alright, your 5 times 5 down here will be 25. Can you see not? So automatically I can write something there already. I feel so good. Alright, I haven't read the question, but I can write something. Can you see not? So for the total, you can simply just take the square of that particular figure. Alright, so if it's figure number 10, 10 times 10, 100 triangles. Easy. Can? Alright, then now we talk about the white triangles and the grey triangle. Okay, let's take a look. Figure 1, right, there is 1 grey. So figure 1, right, there is 1 grey. Oh, okay. So figure 2 got no white, so 0 lah. Figure 1 got 1 grey and no white. Figure 2, alright, figure 2 got 1 grey and 3 white. Okay, and so on. So you look at the diagram, you look at the table, and so on. Can? Alright, so now let's take a look at the question first. Don't be so anxious. Oh, fill in the table above. So we can do that? Sure, no problem. Part B, find the total number of grey and white. That means the total lah. Total got for figure 250. That's easy. Because the total down here, I told you already, is like 2 times 2, 4. 3 and 3 is 9. So there's a pattern out there. Figure number C, find the percentage of white triangles in figure 250. Oh, that's a little bit tough. Because we need to go and find the individual white triangles and the grey triangle. That's a bit tough. But don't worry. Try to secure your first part and the second part of the question first. Shall we? Alright, so part A, fill in the blanks. Just fill in, got marks one. So down here, what did I say? 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, and 5 times 5 is 25. Is that okay? Alright, you can even draw out figure number 5. Alright, after you draw figure number 5, you can count. Got 25 triangles now. God. And you count. How many white triangles are there? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10? We put 10. Can? And how many grey triangles are there? We can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Eh? 10 plus 15, is it 25? Yes. Alright. So, in this question, right, part A, right, you can even draw it out. How come? Because figure 5 is next to figure 4 only one. So draw out lah, it's okay one. Alright, it doesn't take a lot of time. And draw properly. After you draw properly, then you can fill in the blanks, you can secure marks, why not? But along the way, you have to find some connection, some pattern within the tables one. So the first one I found just now is what? 5 times 5 is 25, 4 is 16. After writing this 10 and 15, right, can you see or not? 15, 10, 15 minus 10 is 5 So coincident meh? 10 minus 6 is 4. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. So the difference between the grey and the white, right? The difference between the grey and the white, right, is actually the figure number. Can you see that? Is it so coincident? Does it help me later? I don't know. But at this moment, I secure my marks already. That's most important. Can? Alright, so what's next? Down here, focus on the table already. Don't have to look at the diagram. Don't have to go and draw figure 250. Please. Don't go and draw figure 250. You go crazy. The teacher will go crazy also. So down here, you're supposed to find the total number of grey and white, right? So you're looking for the total. So there's a pattern to you, right? So 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 2, 4. 5 times 5, 25. Figure 250. 250 times 250. Very good. That will secure your second mark. Alright. So it's write out the working. 250 times 250. And your answer will be, press your calculator, nothing to fear. 250 times 250, 625, 100. Alright, 62,500. So at least number pattern, you secure the part A and part B already. You feel good? Yeah. If you want to go and do a part C, sure. Persevere, you have to be a little bit brave to attempt for part C. Alright, so let's go and look at part C. Same thing, just look at the table will do. Don't look at the diagram, please don't draw figure 250. What they want? Find the percentage of white triangles in figure 250. As a percentage, this is our question. So what you want? Ultimately, you want a fraction here. Alright, something over something times what? Times 100%, because you want it as a percentage. The bottom here, right, is always the total. Alright, the total. And on top, alright, down here, the numerator is talking about the what? They want white triangles. So you're supposed to look for white over the total times 100%. And guess what? You have the total already. What's the total? The total is the previous question, right? Total for figure 250. 250 times 250, the total is already 62,500. Can you see not? You got so much information. Yeah lah, except for the most crucial one. Alright, the number of white color. Can you see? So if you got the white, you can put over 62,500 times 100%, you will get your answer. So question is, what is white? I don't know. Then just now I did tell you about something. I did tell you about the difference, right? The difference between the white and the grey, right? What happened? The difference is the figure number, right? Can you see? Yes, right. So I need to find a number, alright? I need to find a number and a number here. Something minus something. These two numbers, right, must give me a 250. Can you see? Something minus something must give me to a 250. So it's like 1 minus 0 is 1 what? 3 minus 1 is 2 what? 6 minus 3 is 3. Can you see there's some alternate happening? 10 minus 6 is 4. Can you see that? Alright, so for the even figure number, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, right? The white is always more than the grey. The white is always more than the grey. So it's always taking the white minus the grey to give you the difference. It's to take the white minus the grey to give you the difference. Can you see that? For figure odd number, 1, 3, and 5, it's always the grey that's more. 1 minus 0 is the 1. 6 minus 3 is 3. 15 minus 10 is 5. It's a pattern question. So there must be some pattern. Next question. Figure 250 is what? Yes, it's an even number. Right, this one is an even number. Right, so even number, you look at 2 and 4. Figure 2 and 4. So what must be more? Alright, the white must be more. So the white, if minus the grey, must give you the difference of the figure number. In this case, it's a 2. 3 minus 1, 2, right? So it's white minus grey. Look at here. White minus grey is 4 again. So down here is white minus grey. Must give you a 250. That is the clue that I saw just now. And remember the total, right? Everything, right? The white and the grey together must be how much? Must be 62,500. Can you see? So in this case, what do? I don't know. What else can I do? Look at here and look at here for the information. If there's a gap of 4, right, in between 10 and 6, right, what is the center number? Center number is a 8, right? 10 minus 2 is a 8. 6 plus 2 is a 8. So there's a center number between 6 and 10, and that's a 8. How to find the center number? If you have the total is 16, right? 16 divided by 2 is a 8. So 8 is the center number. 8 plus 2 will give you the white. 8 minus 2 will give you the grey. And there is a difference of 4. Can you see? So does that work? Okay, let's try this one. 3 and 1. What is the center number? Center number is a 2, right? 4, how to get the center number? Divide by 2. 4 is the total. Divide by 2 is the center number 2. 2, right? You must minus 1 to get to a 1. 2, right? Must plus 1 to get to a 3. So that there's a gap of what? 3 minus 1, 2 in between. Can you follow the pattern? Same thing. 250 is an even number. Let's try. So what do? We take 62,000. Alright, we take 62,500 to what first? Divide by 2 to find the center number first. 62,500 divided by 2 to find the center number, which is 31,250. Can you see now? And in order to have a what? A gap of 250, right? The gap of 250, what must you do? So one of them must plus something, one of them must minus something to show a gap of 250. So plus what, leh? Very good. So down here, this 4, right? What do? Alright, once you get a center number, it's 8, right? 8 must plus 2. Must plus the 2. 8 must minus the 2. How do you get the 2? The 2 is actually to take the 4, the figure number, divide by 2. Take the gaps, divide by 2. Because you need to split into the top and the bottom portion. So same thing down here. 250, you have to divide by 2 to give you a 125. Alright, so the center number is 31,250. You must go up by 125. You must go down by 125. Can? If you go up, right, it's a bigger number. Bigger number will be your white color, lor. So down here, you take your 31,250 plus your 125. This will give you your bigger number, which is a white. Okay? And next, right, you take your 31,250 minus away your 125. Remember, ultimately, you want to create a gap of 250. That will give you a 31,250 minus 125 is equal to 311,25. Great. Check. Right, check in between. What is the gap? So you take 31375 minus away 31125. Answer? 250. There's a gap of 250. Here you plus 125. Here you minus 125. You're actually stretching the gap. Alright, so is that what you want? You want a gap of 250, right? Yes, correct. And remember, the bigger number must be the white minus the smaller number, the grey. Alright, why? Because we are talking about the figure which is even. Right, 250 is an even number. We are supposed to look at figure 2, figure 4 for more clues. So in this case, your white will be what? This is the bigger number, which is correct or not? Correct. Alright, and these two numbers plus together, final check, must give you 62,500. Right, because grey and white add up together. You check 31375 plus 31125. Bam, 62,500. So you put back into your this portion here. Alright, white over total times 100%. White is what? What is 31375? Alright, and you press your calculator. 31375 divided by 62,500. right, times 100%. And your answer will be 50.2. Okay, 50.2%. Lock it in, 50.2. And that's the way you do it. Okay? Alright, so when you talk about patterns, right, you must be able to what? Persevere, keep trying. And usually the question is split into different parts, right? Alright, the first two parts can do one, must secure the marks. Look out for the common pattern. Then along the way, you must try to figure out, persevere a bit. And look at other kind of patterns. If there's other connection, you have to look for other ways to get to the certain numbers. And if there's a connection, you go and balance out with other pattern number. It works, you know. If it works means what? There is a pattern out there. Alright, once there's a pattern, execute on it. Don't draw figure 250 out, please. That is a totally waste of time move. Okay? Alright, and again, as you can see, yes, my email address is there. If you have any questions that you so direly want to be explained, alright, you can email me the question. And if many students having the same type of questions, I will put on a video and edit into here called the Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Alright, I will see you in the next question. Hey students and friends of 88 Tuition, welcome back to our Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Alright, so as you can see, we'll be doing another kind of question. This one is quite popular in year 2019. Alright, yes, I call this overlapping diagrams. Alright, to make it more exciting a little bit, got storyline. In 2019, the latest trend is to wear necklaces in the shape of semicircle. Who does that? I also don't know. Never mind. A designer created the following design. Okay, wow. The necklace is made up of 5 identical semicircles. What's the meaning of identical? Same. Okay. Find the area of one semicircle expressing the area in terms of pi. Can do? Can. What is the area of a circle first? Alright, write out some clues. So area of a circle is given as pi r squared, right? You want to find the area of a semicircle. A semicircle is half of a circle. So it's actually half pi r squared. Is that true? Easy, sure. Find the radius, can already. Correct. How do you find the radius? Okay, maybe if you cannot find the radius, we can easily find the diameter first. From diameter, we can divide by 2 to find the radius. Easily? You say easily? Really? Alright, let's take a look at what we should do. So down here, you see the 5 semicircles, right? And can you see that there are some parts that is overlapping? So for question that they give you the diagram, right, my advice to you, sometimes just take the piece of paper and just turn around. Turn it upside down, turn it right side up, alright? Don't have to turn your head, just turn a piece of paper. Alright, you will be able to see certain clues coming out really. Alright, if not, always look for places that overlaps. So as you can see, the green and the green down here, okay, it's 22 cm. Okay, nothing much I can do. 12 and 12, and now here's 16. Sure, everything plus together lah. Then divide by 5 lah. Really? Alright, there's these little gaps down here that is what? It's not accounted for. Can you see these gaps here? That's not accounted for. So your 22 plus 12 plus 16 plus 12 plus 22, then what? Divide by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you saying that this portion are the same length? No. If they are the same length, they would have given you the same numbers already. Alright, so in this question, don't assume too much. Can we try to find the diameter and maybe find the radius to find the area? Yes? Okay, explode. Okay, exploded view. So exploded view means what? Means that the 2 semicircles here, I push it down a little bit to create a space here. Can you see where is the overlap portion? Alright, can you see that this portion, right? And this portion is actually the overlap. Okay, so here and here, right? This white color portion and this white color portion. Can I say that they're of the same length? Can? And this white color portion here and this white color portion here. Can I say that they are of the same length? Yes. Alright. So down here, same. If down here is 22, down here will be 22. So this portion here will be a green color arrow. Is that true? Is that true? Alright, because you got to be fair, right? Right? White and white, green and green. So if this is 22, down here must also be a 22 cm. Can you see that? Hey, sure. Does that mean if this is 22, this is 12, this little thing is what? This portion. Alright. This portion, I call it blue but can see or not? This portion here. Cannot see. Okay. This portion here to here. Okay, this in between these two blue lines is what? Alright, this is 22, this is 12, which means this is 10 cm. Okay. Okay, you can see that, that's good. Look at the other side. Same thing, the white and the white overlap, right? This and this, white and white is the same. This diameter here is made up of one white and one green. Down here is one white and one green also, because it's identical semicircle, right? So down here must have your green also. Hey, sure, that means I can see something. I know you can see. Okay, that means down here is also 22 cm. Ready? Okay, down here, what do you see down here? This length here to here will be what? Okay, and another one will be here to here. Where's this gap again? Yes, because here is 22, here is 12, which means down here, 22 minus 12 is a 10 cm again. Here is a 10. Is that okay? Hey, that gives me the entire what already? The entire diameter already. Can you see? Alright, so diameter from here to here. So the entire diameter will be what? 10 plus 16 plus 10, no? So diameter will be given as 10 plus 16 plus 10. That will give you a 36 centimeter. Lock it in as 36 centimeter for diameter. Radius will be 36 divided by 2 to give you a 18 centimeter. And the question is looking for area of one semicircle. Area is given as what? Area is given as half times pi r squared, leaving your pi in the answer. So your r is a 18. So it's actually half times pi times 18 times 18. Okay, press your calculator, the numbers without the pi. You press 18 times 18 times half. And that will give you a 162. And your pi still remain at the back, cm squared. And that's how you lock in your answer as 162 pi cm squared. Area of one semicircle. Problem? No. Actually quite simple? Yes. Look for the overlap. Be fair, because they say it's the same semicircle, right? So 22 with one white with 122. Okay. Do the same the other side. You compare the gap here. It's a 10. That side you do the same. Look for one diameter, can find radius, can find area of semicircle. Cool? Easy, right? Yeah. Alright, so overlapping diagrams, right, like this, right, always keep coming out one. Alright, so get used to it. Learn to visualize it out. Have fun. Maybe turn the paper, you can fold a little bit to see what's happening. Alright, practice folding some papers at home first. Make an aeroplane lah. Alright, then you can see certain parts that overlap. That's a good practice actually. Alright, anyway, if you have any more questions, you know, you can write to me. With more students writing about the same question, I'll be able to come up with a video and I'll call it, yes, passing sure looks easy. Alright, so that you can help other students in the next year and so on. Cool? Alright, I'll see you in the next question.